Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Transformers Studio Series 86, number 26, Leader Class Swoop. Finally, after 500 years, he's here. Oh my god, I have been waiting for so long to get this boy to complete the Dinobot set, and more importantly, to get Wave 2 of Studio Series of this year. We've already looked at Sideswipe and Shockwave, so to finish up the triple S's, we gotta do Swoop. So let's bring him in there close to get on the details of this boy. Here he is with his nice looking head sculpt, very accurate to the show. Then you got the beak here for his chest, his red titties that he has. Whoo! Some nice detailing here on the arms as well. Some nice details down in here as well. You got a bunch of details, some nice goldish paint down here, some background noise from outside that hopefully the mic doesn't pick up. We got some nice red here on the side of the legs, nice big feet so that he can stand. Some nice silver on the wings and the back, looking really clean as well. Nothing actually hanging off, which is the only one who actually has nothing hanging off. So that is fun. Also, I will apologize if you hear background noise. I will probably increase the music volume to kind of balance it out. But there's probably going to be some background noise. I don't know what's happening outside, but something probably. But I really like this figure. I was thinking of what is my favorite of the Dinobots, and it might actually be Swoop. Now, I know Grimlock is king and everything, but this figure is just so good. I transformed this guy, messed with him, and he's the cleanest and, well, the least amount of kibble. He has barely any kibble. Technically, the only thing of kibble that you can count are the wings. The only issue that I have with the wings, the fact that they tab into the arms. As you can see, there's a tab here and then a slot here, but this tab likes to go into that slot, which is for Dino Mode. Very annoying. So, let's just take a look at the weapons that he comes with. Starting off, he comes with like two blaster thingies, where this gold piece you could actually pull off if you want to. And it is perfectly sculpted in a way that he can actually, as a matter of fact, hold it. Not all that well, but he can hold it. I kind of wish it was a little bit bigger, so it would go more into his hand, because the peg is barely in his hand. Kind of wish the peg was a little bit longer. But overall, he can hold it, so he has guns that he can shoot with. Very nice looking, actually. Let's look at the details on these bad boys. So get out of the way. You are taking up the focus. Look at this. Very nice, very nice. And you know what you can do with this. You can put it up your ass. Next up, he also comes with a good looking red sword. Very great. Thank you. But yeah, you got even a handle on it. I don't know why, but it is a nice looking sword. And just because he's such a good pal, he also comes with Grimlock's sword, which probably should have been included. Well, it definitely should have been included with Grimlock. However, Grimlock had to get this little thingy with him, so that kind of ruins the day. But it is a nice looking sword. You'll probably see it again when I do my review of Grimlock. And he can hold both of these swords in his hand if he needs to. So he can dual wield and take on the Decepticons. Or Devastator, as it says on the box, where he teams up to kill Devastator in the opening of the Transformers 86 film. So let's just move straight into the next segment, which is the articulation segment. So his head can rotate all the way around if need be. He also has some up and down, and he can even look down because of the neck thing. You can even have him look down. This is used for transformation. And he's got head tilt as well, forward and back as well. He's got a bunch of movement in his head. These wings can move in and out as well. So just to get out of the way for the articulation of the arms, which go full 360 in and out. Bicep rotation, elbow bend, and then the hand can rotate. It's a bit tight on mine, but also they can technically move in, but that's more used for transformation. And something that I really like, I like it more in the Dino Mode, but you can even do this. I don't know why you want to do this, but this is possible. It doesn't really tab in on mine. Like one does, this side does, but this side doesn't really want to tab in, as you can see. Like it is very much attached here, but here there's like a wee gap that it just doesn't want to get into, sadly enough. But you can technically count that as articulation if you want to, and also stop tabbing into the wings. Also, if you want to, you can untab the wings and do a full spread if need be, if he needs to carry Grimlock for some reason. Next up, we have a waist rotation with the head that can kind of move out of the way in order to get that full waist rotation, as you know and love. Legs can go forward on a soft ratchet and back. They can go in and out as well. Nice rotation down over here, and then a double knee bend. And then the feet have ankle tilt in them. They can go forward and back though. I mean, you got some movement down here, you got some movement up here, but that's about it. No actual up and down in the feet, but he doesn't necessarily need that either. So let's just get him straight again, and there you go. What a beautiful boy it is. So let's move straight into the size comparison by putting Swoop in the back. I'll get the boys out, don't you worry. And here we have the full completed set of Dinobots. And also, Slug seems to be looking up for some reason. I don't know why, but he's probably seeing something up there. But here they are, finally. The Dinobots are complete. And Swoop is actually the smallest of them all. I was not really expecting them that because of the fact that the others have basically around a similar height. And I also like all of them except for him in the back there, that guy. I don't like him, the middle one. I forgot what his name was. I think it was Sludge, but I don't like him. But that's because he has soft plastic, which makes me very upset. But overall, I love these Dinobots. And now that they're finally complete, Hasbro can go back to doing the Age of Extinction Bayverse ones. Unless they are gonna go Gamer Edition instead. But they said that they will go back to Bayverse after the 86 Dinobots are done. So now that they're done, we had the full set. Let's go back to them, but I love seeing them all together. You'll get a review of these two this year as well, later on in the year. So let's bring in some more. We have Rodimus Prime at the moment, the leader of the Autobots that I have, because at the time of recording the Swoop review, and also Grimlock and Slug, I do not have 86 Optimus Prime yet, so this is the only leader of the Autobots that I have. There we got Ratchet and Wheeljack. Found it very fitting since they were the ones who created the Dinobots. I thought it would be very fitting to ask them to join me for the size comparison as well, since they did create the Dinobots. So let's get them all out of the way and get him a bit more straight, and then we can go into the transformation. So let's get Swoop into his Dino Mode, and I will say this, the transformation is actually very interesting, but also you kind of know where everything's gonna go. So what you want to start off with, you want to take this piece here and fold it down, take his head, untab it from back here and fold it all the way down, and as you can see on the top of his head there's a little hole that this will go into, so you want to take it and just plug it in like so, and there you go. Now they're both attached. Afterwards, what you want to do is open these up and then undo the head and move it all the way up. Then you take this blue piece here and just fold it down. After that, what you can do is you can put the hands inside of the cavities. They will click into place, so don't you worry about that one. Then you want to double hinge this downwards. Okay, then I guess not. There you go. Double hinge it downwards and close together. And then in here there's a tab down here and up here that you're gonna go into slots up here and down there. So you just basically want to take it, tab it together like so. Can you believe that we are already almost done? Because next up what you want to do is you want to take these wings and untab them and fold them out completely like so. Then take this piece here and rotate it around to finish up there's a tab. Right. Oh, here. Here's the tab. I thought it was more further down here, but here's the tab and it goes into a slot at the bottom over here. You want to take that, tab it in, and then push it down. Now, on the back here, you have a tab that goes to that slot, and you have a tab down here that goes to this slot. So you basically want to take this, tab this in. My recommendation is you tab in the top part first, and then you rotate this a little bit in order to get it in, because it's not sitting fully straight and flush. Do the same thing on the other side, so just rotate it. You got to move it a little bit inwards in order to get that done. Now then, let's move straight to the feet. You take the heels and fold them in as you do with so many Transformers, and then you fold the feet in as well. There we go. Now then, right here at the bottom, you have this big hole, and then you got these two tabs that are going to go into the big holes on the bottom of his feet. So you want to only bend it here at this joint, not bend the leg like this. You want to use the double bend that is in here in order to be able to get it on top here, and then you just tab it in. Do the same thing on the other side. Very soft ratchets. Feels like I'm sneaking around in a base or something like that with how soft the ratchets are. Tap them down. Make sure everything is tapped in. And if you are, when you are done, you are done. Here we have Swoop in his Dino Mode. So here we got Swoop in his Dino Mode. Look, about any of these Dinobots, I don't know what they transform into. I don't know what you call it. You can comment it down below, and I will most certainly respond with a thank you. But yeah, I don't know what you call these birds. So well, this one or any of the other ones. So I'm just gonna call them the Dinobot Mode, which is not inaccurate. I would like that to know. But this is a nice looking Dinobot mode. However, I remember the complaints that people had back in the day about this thing. When this thing was first revealed, people were like, it's so blocky. But let's be honest here. That's what he looked like in the show too. So I don't really see the problem here. I like this thing a lot. So let's get in close here on the head sculpt. A very nice looking head sculpt. Very nice in gold with a big Autobot symbol on the nose. The eyes are blue. The red head, back head. A mouth that can, if I grab his sword, open up to reveal some details. And a post in there where you can put in blast effects that I do not have on hand because I don't really like blast effects. But you can put a blast effect in there so you can have flamethrower breath. We got the nice big silver wingspan as well. I love the silver on the wings. I just hope that it's a bit more durable because there is a pick here that needs to go on there and it could potentially get some of that silver off. But overall, pretty nice. However, the gray hinges do very much stick out. However, I don't really care about that. I would rather have gray hinges than have painted hinges. And when I hinge them back and forth, they get unpainted. We got the nice big, whatever these are supposed, I mean, these are his legs, but whatever this is supposed to be, nice big here with the red over here with the details inside. Very nice. You got the moving toes here for articulation if you want to. And what you can do as well is you can just rotate the head down. And there you go. You can stand like this. Maybe I should have made the transformed image like that. Also, it seems like it untabs from back here. So you can tab it back in, but untab it. And for more articulation, but this is actually what I love about this figure. So you can do this because of the fact of the arms going backwards. I did not... I forgot to show off the backwards butterfly joint during articulation for robot mode, but that's also because of the fact that when I want to move that, these pieces move and these pieces are now tied in, so you can actually use the backwards butterfly joint to have him fly a little bit. If you don't untap everything, he can fly a little bit, which is actually pretty cool. I like that a lot about this figure. You can just have him fly. Hua, hua, hua. It's pretty fun to do. I really like this mode. Now then, for weapon storage, as you can see, there's a port there, there's a port there, that the side of the handle can just be plugged into, like so. And you can once again use one of these two posts in order to get the gun attached. So let's just use the one down here, and here we go. Everything is untabbing on this boy. Very annoying, but basically, there you go. Everything is now tabbed in. Weapon storage, even though this one for some reason is a bit loose. I don't know if there's another one where I could plug it into. Technically there was, but not anymore. Ah, well, this is Grimlock's sword anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it now? This one actually stays in pretty well. That one's just loose. But overall, that is what he looks like. Let's get the sword out of here. But this is what he looks like with his weapons attached. Very nice looking. Now I'm going to do something actually for the first time, because I have never done this before. I have seen all the Dinobots in robot mode because they've been sitting on top of my shelf waiting to be reviewed. But I have never seen them in Dino mode before until now. So we're going to have a samesies experience. My goodness, do they look good together. Oh, this is my first time seeing the G1 Dinobots together, the Studio Series ones, because I haven't transformed them all at the same time, and they look so good together. Oh, they really do. Even though certain ones I have issues with, like Slug's transformation, mainly getting that tail in place, and your loose plastic, your soft plastic. I hate those two parts. But outside of that, man, they do look good together. Oh, so let's get some more in here, shall we? So here we have the creators and the leader that I have at the moment. I can't wait for that 86 Optimus Prime, but here they are all together, looking all very nice and Pepe, I love it. So I'll get all of these guys out of the way. So let's focus more on Swoop here, so we can get into that reverse transformation. So let's get Swoop back into his robot mode. So what you want to start off with is you want to untap the legs here and rotate the, also fold up these pieces here and rotate them all the way around like so. Fold these pieces back down. Then what you want to do is you want to fold out the feet, come in here with a part separator, because sometimes you just gotta separate some parts. And fold out the heel and the feet, and there you go. Now he can stand. We're done. But what you want to do now is you want to untap the arms from the back, from the wings. Also, you can untap these pieces here. Then what you want to do with the wing is you want to rotate it around and tap it in, rotate it around and tap it in like so. Lift up the head so that you can come in here, and with the part separator, which I like to do, untap these two pieces from each other and then double hinge them backwards and out like so, so that you can create an opening so that you can then... There's a bunch of weapons lying here from Swoop. Come in here, untap that piece, this upper piece right here. Yeah. And then fold it. Also, rotate this piece here out so that you can push this down further. Push this out of the way. And fold it all the way down. Push the head back and push it into place back there. And then push it back in like so. Now what you want to do with the wings, you want to double hinge them backwards. And there's a tab here that goes to a slot over there. So you basically want to take it and tab it in. Come in here and rotate the... After a lot of difficulties, you want to get the hand out and then click it into place. The biggest issue that I have with this figure. Rotate it around, obviously, in case you did it wrong. Also, push this piece back in. Oh, it seems to have already been pushed back in. And if you've done everything correctly and get him standing straight... Oh, the camera's a little bit rotated to the side by accident. Here we have Swoop back in his robot mode. So my final thoughts on Swoop. Do I like him? Oh yes, most certainly I do. Is he my favorite Dinobot? I don't really think I really have one. I mean, in a way, yes, because he has the least amount of kibble, and also he can flap his wings with the joints in here, which are very difficult to get to because this moves backwards way too easily. But overall, I absolutely really like him. And if you are a fan of the Dinobots, it is a high recommendation. And if you have Grimlock, it is also a recommendation, so you can get his sword. But I'm not going to display Swoop in the final thoughts with Grimlock's sword. Feels a bit wrong now, doesn't it? I don't think Grimlock would be happy about that. The dude may not be smart, but he can end me if he wants to. And so I'm entirely terrified, but also very much respect him. But Swoop is a wonderful figure, and especially to the Dinobot collectors, this is well worthy to be in your collection. But that has been my review of Transformers Studio Series 86, number 26, Leader Class Dinobot Swoop. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell, and comment your thoughts on this figure. And please check out my Let's Play channel, linked in the description and at the end of the video. I upload 3 videos every day of different games, but mainly Pokemon. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye!